If I want to get down right now and do an 8-minute plank, I can do that plank right now.
The lady, or should I say, the woman you see on your screen is 73 years old. Her name is Chef Babette Davis, and you just heard her say she can hold a plank for 8 minutes. That's insane. This is how the average 70-year-old American looks. But this is how Chef Babette Davis looks at 73. The difference is like night and day.
I'm 73 and blessed.
She's not just blessed with good looks, she's the picture of health. It's not just about appearance. She's as healthy as you can imagine.
I feel so good, Rich. I do. I feel amazing. And, you know, every year when you're a senior citizen, you know, they always want you to get the different insurance packages and all that kind of stuff.
Get all the AARP stuff in the mail.
The Social Security stuff, you know. And I had been always talking about the fact that I don't even have a primary care physician. So I said that on an interview one time, and people were like, she really needs to get a primary care physician. And so I signed up for one. I've never met him.
You still haven't gone,
but
though.
I still haven't gone, but...
This shows just how healthy she is. Curious about how she achieved this remarkable transformation? Stay tuned as we examine Chef Babette's daily routine and dietary habits. Trust me, you'll want to take notes. This woman might just hold the key to aging backward. The Chef Babette you see today is worlds apart from her younger self. In her 20s and 30s, Babette was on a completely different path.
So I was a hot mess. I had asthma, eczema. I was sick all the time, really horrible earaches, just inflamed.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how it all got started.
Yeah.
Growing up, Babette's relationship with food was complicated, to say the least. During the week, she stayed with her godmother, a vegetarian who served up what Babette describes as bland, boring, tasteless meals. At that time, that was her impression of a vegetarian diet. Weekends were a different story. Her mom, a cook for wealthy families on the West Side, would whip up soul food that'd make your mouth water. Chitterlings, smothered pork chops, baked chicken, you name it. Even the veggies were a treat because, get this, her mom would sugar them up. Her mom would explain, "These store-bought vegetables aren't as sweet as the ones from my childhood garden, so I give them a little help." It didn't take long for her to develop a serious sweet tooth.
In terms of the way I felt as a kid, my mother was from North Carolina.
Yeah.
Come on, you know, we ate everything on the pig from the rooter to the tooter.
My mom's
I mean,
from Georgia.
you know, look, I mean,
I know.
we cleaned pig intestines.
Right.
We washed the dirt and the grass out of the intestines, boiled them over and over till we got all the fat off of them,
Right.
and then ate them.
Right.
And so I had a horrible diet. My mother put sugar in everything.
Yep.
It got so bad that she'd go dumpster diving behind candy factories in her neighborhood. Yes, you heard that right. Dumpster diving for discarded candy. As you can imagine, this sugar addiction took its toll. By her late 30s, Babette's health was a mess. Her teeth were in bad shape, her skin was suffering, and she was constantly feeling sick after meals.
I could hardly wear anything backless. Now you can hardly keep me out of something backless. Like I said, my skin was just ripped, especially after and every single month I broke out in my face like with a rash.
That's crazy.
Finally, she couldn't stand feeling sick every time she ate. So she started making small changes, cutting out chitterlings and bacon and eating more baked fish and salads. But it wasn't enough. She still ended up having multiple surgeries for fibroids and hernias. The real turning point came in 1990 when Babette was 40. She met a man named Rondal Davis while auditioning for his music group. Little did she know, Ron would become not just her husband, but her partner in a total life transformation.
When I met my current husband right now, first date, took me on the workout, Griffith Park. He ran the whole hill backwards. I'm thinking, I can't even walk this thing. And he's running this thing backwards. I'm about to turn 40, and he's about to turn 42.
Yeah.
Prepared my first vegan meal, and I didn't belch, and I could have won a belching contest. I swear I could not digest my food. I was horrible, horrible, and gave me 2 books. And I was like,
Your
damn,
husband?
my current husband, and I was like, damn, I gotta read.
That's the beautiful thing about
His brother want me to read. Okay, I better read these books. But it was the best thing I've ever done in my life.
yeah. Yeah.
I read those books and started practicing what was in Fit for Life. And I thought, oh my gosh,
This is it.
this is it. And that's when I began to understand the importance of knowledge. So when I share, and when people say, well, how do you make that transition to become vegan? And I go, educate yourself.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power. Know why you're doing it.
Yeah.
It makes more of a difference.
It does.
It really does.
It-
I'm so different than the person I was.
Ron introduced Babette to veganism, and slowly but surely, she began to change her diet and lifestyle. It wasn't an overnight success. These things never are. But with Ron's support and her own determination, Babette started to see real changes in her health and energy levels. But Babette didn't stop at changing her diet. Ron became her exercise buddy, too. They started with power walks, which gradually turned into more challenging workouts. Today, you'll find Babette doing everything from weightlifting to yoga, proving that age is just a number when it comes to fitness. As Babette's health improved, so did her culinary skills. She started experimenting with vegan recipes, determined to prove that plant-based food could be just as delicious as the soul food she grew up with. Meanwhile, Ron put his business skills to work. They started small with a 15-foot cart equipped with a griddle, refrigerator, and smoothie counter. Every Sunday, they'd set up at their church, the Agape Spiritual Center in Culver City. Word spread quickly about their delicious vegan fare. Before long, the line for their food cart was wrapping around the block. It was clear they needed to expand, and that's how their restaurant, Stuff I Eat, was born. Located in Inglewood, California, it's become a go-to spot for vegans and non-vegans alike. Famous for its soul food platter that proves you don't need animal products to make mouth-watering comfort food. These days, Chef Babette is on a mission to spread the gospel of healthy living. She's not just a restaurateur, but a cookbook author, cooking class instructor, and even the host of a vegan cooking competition show called Peeled. Her social media is filled with workout videos, cooking demonstrations, and yes, the occasional bikini pic that leaves her followers in awe. But Babette's not content to just show off her own success. She's passionate about helping others achieve similar transformations.
I have an opportunity now to speak more.
Gotcha.
And I'm really, really loving that because I don't come to people as Miss Perfection.
Yeah.
I come to you as you.
Yeah.
And I just share a bit of the journey because I feel so good. I want everybody to feel as good as I feel.
Gotcha.
One thing that makes Chef Babette look as good as she is right now is her daily schedule and exercise routine. It's not just about eating your veggies, though that's a big part of it. First off, she's all about keeping a healthy sleep rhythm. She wakes up between 1:30 and 2 a.m. I know, crazy, right? But it works for her.
I do a lot of sea moss. I put sea moss in everything, every sauce, every smoothie, every juice. I just make sure I get my little dose of sea moss in there.
But why sea moss? This little marine marvel is packed with potential benefits. While more research is needed to confirm all its effects, early studies and anecdotal evidence suggest it could be a game changer for your health. Sea moss might help with weight loss, thanks to compounds that could boost metabolism and fat breakdown. It's also rich in iodine, which is crucial for thyroid health. And get this, it might even support your gut health by acting as a prebiotic, feeding those good bacteria in your belly. But that's not all. Some studies hint at sea moss having immune-boosting properties, potential cancer-fighting abilities, and even neuroprotective effects. Athletes and fitness enthusiasts might be interested in knowing that it could help with muscle recovery and reduce fatigue. Now, Chef Babette isn't just about sea moss. She's a big believer in the power of raw foods, too.
We don't eat enough life.
Yeah.
Most of the food we eat is dead.
Yep.
I mean, when you cook everything to temperatures over 115 degrees Fahrenheit, you're killing the life in the food.
It's done.
It's done.
That's
So
why they
if
say it's
all
done.
you eat is death, where do you get your nutrients?
Right.
Raw fruits and veggies are packed with nutrients, some of which can be lost in the cooking process. They're also typically lower in calories and higher in fiber, which can help with weight management. Plus, eating raw means you're naturally cutting out processed foods, which we all know can be a health no-no. But it's not about going 100% raw or vegan overnight. Chef Babette's journey took time, and she encourages others to make gradual changes. Start by adding more raw fruits and veggies to your diet, experiment with sea moss if you're curious, and see how your body responds. Another aspect of Chef Babette's health regimen is juice cleansing. Now, you might be thinking, juice cleansing? Isn't that just another fad? Here is what she said about it.
Say, for instance, all you eat, you get up in the morning and you have pancakes made with what, that regular flour? That glutinous flour, that's going to cause you a lot of inflammation. And then you have a big burger for lunch with bread and cheese and mayo and all this kind of stuff. You're creating more and more inflammation. So you have to take a look at all of that processed crap that you get a hold to, all of those foods that create a lot of inflammation. And what happens with us? We wind up getting us cold after a while. Your mucus coming out of every darn where, because it's time now to cleanse. You're overloaded with inflammation, mucus, however you want to say it. And that's why I do usually a juice cleanse 3 times a year, pretty much 3 times a year. I got to clean it out. I have to abstain from eating and just get my cayenne pepper, even if I just master cleanse. But most of the times it's a juice cleanse. I have to abstain from eating after a while because we all get mucus stuff. I really don't know how we avoid it unless you're a fruitarian or all you eat is live food constantly.
Think about it. Our bodies are constantly working to process the food we eat. And in our modern world, that often includes a lot of processed junk that's hard on our systems. Juice cleansing allows our bodies to focus on healing and detoxifying instead of constantly digesting. But here's the important part. Chef Babette isn't suggesting that everyone jump into a long juice fast right away. She emphasizes the importance of listening to your body and starting slowly. Maybe begin with a one-day cleanse and see how you feel. Or try incorporating more fresh juices into your regular diet before attempting a full cleanse. It's also crucial to remember that juice cleansing isn't just about what you drink. It's about what you don't consume. During a cleanse, you're giving your body a break from processed foods, caffeine, alcohol, and other toxins. This allows your system to focus on healing and rejuvenation. She even went further to explain why everyone should be practicing this.
Well, first of all, you're not spending any time digesting crap. Most of the time, there's no digestion going on. Digestion takes a lot of energy, in particular, if you're eating really, really heavy type food.
So that's why you're tired after eating big food. It's basically just because all the blood is going to your stomach. Okay.
Yeah, right. So when you're abstaining from food, the challenge, however, is that you're getting enough fluid. Because now, we cannot eat for days, but we do have to. We have to have enough fluid. We have to get enough water. We have to hydrate ourselves, and water is massively important because I don't know. We on this planet we drink everything else, and the human body needs H2O. So with my cleanse, I force myself to drink more water. But the cleanse that I love the most, because I'm getting a lot of nutrients when I do the green juice cleanse. You don't have to worry. I'm getting more nutrients than I'd be if I was eating everyday cooked food, because heat is killing the nutrition in the food any dang way. But if I'm juice cleansing, I'm good to go on nutrients. However, if I decide I'm going to do the master cleanse, I'm really, really, really trying to get rid of a whole bunch of inflammation. That's cayenne pepper. It normally is maple syrup, cayenne pepper, and I like to put a little ginger in mine because I'm hooked on ginger. And I drink that thing for at least 15 days, and along with the water. And I do I eliminate real good. They have a little recipe on there on how you should eliminate, and it works. It's a saltwater enema. And it works. If you're not hip to the master cleanse, Google it.
It's worth noting that Chef Babette often emphasizes that her lifestyle is not just about food, but a holistic approach to wellness that includes physical, mental, and spiritual aspects. She believes in the healing power of food and sees her diet as a form of self-care and disease prevention. Remember, everyone's body is different, and what works for Chef Babette might not work exactly the same for you. But her vibrant health at 73 is a testament to the power of mindful eating and living. So why not take a leaf out of her book and start your own health adventure today?